Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Edwin here, the Comic Jabroni, coming at you. Just a little video I wanted to put together. Today I had some time on my hands, so I decided to go buy my half-price books. We've got about 4 or 5 here in San Antonio, and there was one that I hadn't been to yet. And I was told by a good friend of mine that he had found some decent stuff there. So I decided, hey, let's go buy it. I've got some books from school that I wanted to trade in. So let's dig through some of their old books and see what they got. And I was able to come away with a few. I'm not saying gems or key, but they're semi keys, first appearances and whatnot. If you notice in the background here, my last video I had put a couple some of my CGC graded books. And I think every video now, I'm going to be changing these up. So on the right-hand side, I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe #1, which is drawn. It's got a cover art on there by Ninja Inc. And on the left-hand side, I've got a Action Comics 869, which is this is a kind of a sought-after book if you're into recalled books. This one's recalled because Superman, if you look on his left hand, he has a beer bottle, and people went nuts after that. So every video, I'm going to change it up. I have a few graded books. I'm just going to be showcasing them as I'm showing you what I've picked up. So on top of going there to look through their old books, I got lucky because they had a 20% off sale, everything in the store. So on top of getting some nice books that I hadn't had in my collection, they were 20% off on top. So without further ado, we're gonna start off with DC, and then we'll move into Marvel. So the first DC ones I wanted to show you, I got some Detective Comics here. Nothing special about these. They're just Detective Comics, and I dig Batman, and anytime I can find these older Detective Comics books, these Bronze Age, Copper Age, I'll look for them. So this is Detective 579, and right after that, they had Detective 580. And these two books are almost literally right after the Year 2 storyline, so had to have them in my collection. Next one I picked up is this Batman 627. Didn't have it in my collection. This is actually a first appearance of Linda Fritawa. She becomes Fright. So I looked it up. First appearance, had to have it. So now we'll move on. Picked up this Aquaman #2. Now this right here is a key book because Aquaman actually loses his hand in this issue, and you can see he's got his hand dug into the sand there, and there's blood coming up. So this is a key. This is one that Aquaman fans, they're out there looking for it. And as I was flipping through the A section, it caught my eye because I have seen this book out there, and I've seen it for way more than what I just picked it up for. So they had that one, Aquaman #2, and right after that they had Aquaman 0. And that one is a key because right after he loses his hand, this is where he gets the hook. He replaces that lost hand with a hook. Super 90s. I mean, I remember in the 90s, that was the big thing with Aquaman. He had that hook. He had that hook for a hand, and I believe he could shoot it out, and there was a rope behind it. I'm not a big fan of Aquaman. I'm not a big fan of comic books in the 90s because of gimmicks like that, but I knew when I saw these two, I had to have them. So from Aquaman, moving on to Green Lantern, they had this Green Lantern Emerald Dawn #1. Just a classic cover, really nice. Nothing really key about it. It is a newsstand variant, which, as you know, I'm really into newsstands. This is December '89 when newsstands were really on the decline and direct editions were on the upswing. So I picked up this Green Lantern Emerald Dawn #1, and moving on with more Green Lantern, they had this Green Lantern 48. And if you're a Green Lantern fan, you know that cover, you know this book. This is the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. So when I was collecting back in early 2000s, I was still in high school, right after high school. Kyle Rayner and Green Lantern were really one of my favorite comic book heroes. I dug how he was a comic artist himself, and he would use that inspiration to create the constructs from his ring. And I have been looking for his first appearance for forever, and I'm so surprised I found it at Half Price Books, and they had it there at $2 with 20% off. Couldn't pass it up. So on top of 48, you know what comes after that? It is number 50. Another key there. This is this is when Hal Jordan becomes Parallax. He turns evil, and Kyle Rayner becomes Green Lantern. So that's it for my DC books. We're going to move on. We are going to move on to my Marvel pickups. Starting with Defenders. Not a big Defenders fan, but they had a lot of these. I was flipping through. I apologize about that. I was flipping through Defenders, just seeing what's key in there, and this was a key. Not a major key, but hey, first appearance is a first appearance, and I will pick it up. This is first appearance of Gargoyle. Definitely had to have that. And they had Defenders 112, which is the first appearance of Power Princess. And again, like I'm always shouting out, this is a newsstand, and you can tell the difference because that's a newsstand, and right here with the Spider-Man face, you can tell that's a direct edition. So these books went straight to a comic book store. They had them priced out. They already knew the prices. These newsstands, you could find them at a grocery store, convenience stores, and that's how they were able to scan them. So Defenders 112. We're going to move on to Iron Man. They had a nice little run of Iron Man. Nothing super key, but I was able to pick out some nice books. This is Iron Man 200. This is the first appearance of Ironmonger. It's a good one to have. $2, can't beat it. I'm telling you, just can't beat it. And moving on, we got Iron Man 225. This is the beginning of the Iron Wars. They didn't have that run of Iron Wars, but they did have that first part. So I had to take it. Right. Then I'm flipping through and I see they have some Incredible Hulks. So I decided, all right, let's I'm not a big Hulk fan. Like, I don't really collect Hulk a lot, but a key is a key, right? So I will take what they've got. Right here we got Hulk 155. That's a first appearance of Shaper of Worlds. It's a nice one. We got Hulk 164. First appearance of Captain Omen. Got his name down here. Got Incredible Hulk 324. That's a classic cover. That's the same cover for Incredible Hulk #1, so it's an homage. This one right here is the Return of Grey Hulk. First, the reappearance of the Grey Hulk. And, you know, I'm going to point it out like I always do, those newsstands. Always on the hunt for newsstands. I like collecting variants. I like the way they look, but a variant, you know, in this age was a newsstand, or it was a Canadian price variant, or you had the Mark Jewelers, like I showed you in one of my earlier videos. Got the Mark Jeweler inserts. So this is a nice book, like that one. And then we've got Incredible Hulk 330. And this is actually the first cover art done by McFarlane on Incredible Hulk. Todd McFarlane. So flipping through, I saw it. I said, "Oh shoot, gotta get that one." $2 price tag. So all in all, you know, I didn't pick up a huge lot of books, but I did get a lot of keys. There were some good books there. 20% off, guys. Go to your Half Price Books. If there's a Half Price Books in your area, you know, go check them out. You never know. These guys don't really know what they have. They don't know what they're getting in. They're just pricing things all the same. So there's about 5 Half Price Books. I've hit up 2 of them. So I'm definitely going to be checking out the other ones. You can find some good stuff there. Some hidden gems, as I would like to call it. So anyways, hey, thanks for watching the video. If this is your first time watching my videos, you know, hit subscribe. I'm dropping videos every week, at least one a week, of new Comic Book Wednesday hauls. But, you know, like this week, I'm going to drop another video showing you what else I picked up. Hit the like button. send me a comment, shoot me a comment, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you like, what's out there that I should be on the hunt for. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. It is Friday, and peace.